Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. I'm Fauziah. On this occasion, I'm going to reviewing the book that I think this book is quite good and interesting for the read. For first, I want to introduce to all of you what is the book. The title of this book is Revolusi Berganti sebelum mati. What? Okay, I can repeat. The title is Revolusi Berganti sebelum mati, and the author from this book is Reza Nurul Fajri. The genre of this book is fiction, but the theme of these stories is governance, political issues, and teenagers' love story. This book has season publishing. The first that publishing is on June 2011, and the second publishing is June 2013. Because have a 2 season for publishing, this book has 2 cover of this book. For the first cover like this, and the next cover, the second cover from publishing 2013 like this. Okay, we can see from the title Revolusi Berganti sebelum mati. It makes me curious because who will be die first? Oh, I choose this book to reviewing because the first I read this book when I was 16 when I was 16 years old, and then I remember if I was read this book, and then a few weeks ago, there was demonstration in our region and our countries, right? Because it's just political. I think that's my reason. Main character from the story are Andira, Irham, and Fajar. Andira is a girl, is a student of one campus in Jakarta. She is tomboyish, she is a pretty girl, but she's not enthusiastic girl with the problems of governance and the political issues. But when she was met with 2 men who can change Indira's character, Indira's mindset, and introduce her to love. But however, the force of her into the politics. Fajar is a chairman of BEM in the campus and activist students, and while Irham is police officer. Both of them love Andira's meeting with their brought her to the difficult problems about love. Okay, I want to remind you again before we go into in the complication of the story. This is book just a fiction. Okay, just a fiction. The complication of the story is when Indonesia was a crisis, an economic crisis, in government crisis, and political, so many corruption in the government. It makes public angry, and there was a massive demonstration in the front of DPRRI building. The reason, and then because the public the president step down in his position as a president. It makes government angry, and then there was a fight between police and the student and public. It makes Andira curious. Who I want to be side in Irham, or I want to be side in Fajar, because she is not enthusiastic public and enthusiastic government, enthusiastic political issues, and then I want to be side in Irham on sides of Fajar, and then she is going to the demonstration area, and she's still not the situation. Sales around of the place front of the PRRI, and then she is mad with Fajar. Says Indira's cry, and Indira want to. I'm very like the part of this book is when Fajar takes Indira to meet Irham in the situation of demonstration. I think it is makes me why Fajar you do it. Irham is your answer is a cry into be and volunteer to Indira, and then I love this part because I don't agree. I don't agree with the editor because why Fajar is diverse and that why personally Fajar has a patriotism, big patriotism in his soul. I think, and Fajar is has so many big material boyfriend. Okay, I want to give my opinion about this book. For the first, the strength of this Revolusi Berganti sebelum mati, not tell us about the teenager's love story, but is and then there are many stories about this, about family, about the government, and then so many other. Uh, and then I think to upgrade my patriotism and my nationalism as a Indonesian public. And then this story, I love part of the male characters because they are so Fajar and Irham is patriotism and nationalism boys, and I think there is a hero to the younger, and then there and this book the story makes my feel is up and down about the love story. I think I quite good and I quite like it. The second I want to give my opinion about the weakness from this book, Revolusi Berganti sebelum mati. I think so many weakness, but not at all. The first is from the cover. The cover from this book, I think the first and the second cover it's not balanced and not match. I think like this because the first cover I think it's very simple and then it's not interesting for me because the title is the title, so I think it's so many interesting, but the cover it's a dark, I don't like it. And the second cover I think it's not interesting too because the color and the design of the cover it's not creative with me. I think like this because I don't like it, and there is picture of heart. I think why heart, but because I think it is talk about the revolution, it's not talk about just love too, just love story. I think and the weakness overall I like the story because it is easier to the beginner reader. It is quite easy. I think it's quite easy. And then I think I have said last, if I read this book from the first until the end, I'm smiling. My feeling is up and down. Okay. Okay, the message that I can take from the story is we must be a nation through criticism and remind the government if the government have a mistake in the government. And then I want to remind you we must be a nation to uphold the law and the justice. I recommended this book to all of you, the beginner or the reader. I think I recommend it to all of you. And then finally, forgive me if I made so many mistakes if I speak and if I reviewing this book. Forgive me. And then see you on the next video. I'm Fauziah. See ya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.